to the channel. My name is Matt and this is the Gaming Corner. Now today I want to talk about something that I don't talk a lot about, I feel, on my channel. And that happens to be, you can kind of see it sitting right here, the Evercade. Now the Evercade is a physical game console emulator. Not sure how you want to really phrase it, but it is basically an emulator type idea, but you do get cartridges with them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a little something here. This is my Evercade collection so far, minus a couple games that I just got in. But I don't have a really big collection of Evercade games. A lot of these game cartridges that you're seeing right now have anywhere between 3, 10, 12 games, stuff like that. It's a variation of how many games are on each cart. And, you know, the Evercade has been around for a little while now. Some carts are no longer being made. And this is just a good way if you are looking at trying to collect physical media. These guys are a good one to go through. They do go through basically 8 and 16-bit. They have now made the jump up to 32-bit with their first set of games they're releasing. And they are releasing a brand new console and a brand new handheld. Now, the original handheld, so when it comes to the handheld, this is their original handheld right here, the Evercade EXP. Now, I actually own that one, and it's sitting behind me on my computer shelf there. What I love about this one is it has Capcom games included in it. So I got like Street Fighter 2, Final Fight, all that kind of stuff. It does have, if you're looking at this image here, right on the bottom here, right underneath the Evercade EXP sign, is an HDMI port so I can plug it into my actual monitor and I can get all the games to work full screen. They also had one that came out before this, and that's this one right here. And this is their original Evercade handheld, which I actually do like this design right here. This is the one my son got. It came actually with 3 carts to one he bought. So he got the Namco Museum Collection 1 and 2, which both of those are discontinued. I think the only way you might be able to get a hold of them is if you can find this handheld still. So this is the original Evercade right here. This is the one that I do have. It did come with these 2 collections, the Tecmo's Arcade 1 and the Data East Arcade 1. So this is the handheld. This is the actual unit here. You can fit 2 cartridges in there. It's a dual cartridge system. So you plug this game in, which has 8 arcade games on it, and the Data East has 10. So you plug both these cartridges into the Evercade, you have 18 games to play that you can choose from. And that is a great feature of this console. Now granted, you can't do that in the handhelds because they can only hold 1 console, but the console version can hold 2. And sometimes, depending on what 2 cartridges you put in there, you might actually get an extra game included. Alright, so now here I am on the Evercade's website, which I will have linked down in the description for you. And as you can see here, they have a brand new handheld coming out called the Evercade EXP-R. I believe this is still underneath pre-orders right now, because my oldest son pre-ordered this one for him, and he ordered a new console for me. But what's going on here is that this new console, as you can see by the picture on its screen here, comes with Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, and Tomb Raider 3. So this is where the Evercade is now getting into 32-bit gaming more. So the new cartridges for the 32-bit games are going to cost a bit more because they have to add a little bit extra into here. But you can get the original first 3 Tomb Raiders now on the Evercade. And this handheld has this nice gray color to it. I can't wait to see it when my son gets it. I will probably pre-order it myself yet. The other thing that my son ordered for me is the Evercade VS-R, the Evercade versus R. Now, I happen to like the console versions a bit better, just because of my old eyes. Seeing those screens is hard to do on the handhelds. But this is really nice. I love having this. It's got 4 players that you can put on here, 1080p out. Very, very nice to have. Let's talk about this other thing that they do called the Hyper Mega Tech. All right, so here are the ones that I can see here. So I have the first 2 you see here. I have the Super Pocket, the first one has Street Fighter on it. And then I have the other one right next to it, the Taiko Edition, or however they pronounce it. I do want to get my hands on the other 2 still. but that's going to take me a little bit. But these are really nice too if you want something smaller and on the go. These feel more like holding a Game Boy, I guess would be the way to put it. Screens are very nice, but once again, for my old eyes, they're old. It's hard to see them. I got to hold it at a certain area. But that is beside the point. But this is something else that they do. Now, these are not made by Physical Evercade themselves. They're made by another company. But you can't go wrong with what you got here. And they're cheaper, just so you're aware. There's no output for TV or anything, so you will have to play it on the handheld. But these are nice for if you're looking for something on the go. So now we're going to talk about the cartridges. Now, there is supposed to be a new IRIM arcade coming out from what I heard. Haven't seen much on it lately, but I heard that they're supposed to be doing another one, IRIM Arcade Collection 2. Can't wait to find out what's in there. But these are the cartridges. And like I said, you can get a whole bunch of games, like the Daddy East Collection 2, which is going to be coming out next month. There's going to be 12 games on that thing. 12 games for about 20 bucks. You can't go wrong. And I don't remember the exact price of what the other ones are, but I think they're a little bit closer to 30. So you're going from $20 to $30 for the 32-bit ones. But come on. The Toppling Collection Arcade 3, that's going to be awesome. I already have the first two. But if you look at that, there's going to be 7 games on that one. A few of them have 1 or 2 games on them, like the Legacy of Kain one. You only have 2 games on that one. The Bitmap Brothers has 6 games from the Amiga collection. But as you can see, they have a lot of stuff here. So truthfully, the Evercade is, I think, well worth the money if you're looking into buying physical media. So I feel if you're looking at buying physical media, the Evercade is well worth it because it is still physical media. Now, some of you might be going, but if it's just emulators, why don't I just download emulators and all that? Well, you can easily do that if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, what to download, stuff like that. If you guys want to download emulators, download emulators. I got nothing wrong with that. Now, if I had to pick out anything that I really don't like about the Evercade, it would be the controller design. I'm not a fan of this design of the controller. It works fine. No issues there. Now, while you're watching a little bit of the gameplay from these other games here, I'm going to talk about some of the things I would love to see Evercade do. One, a lot of the games that are on here for the ones that they emulate, like Top Gear's on this one, Top Gear 2. That's what I'm thinking of. Excellent game. It's the Nintendo version. So it is the Super Nintendo version of the game. That's one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the games are based off the Super Nintendo one, which is fine. Don't have an issue with that. No concerns. It's actually quite fine. It makes for the controller a little bit awkward because it is listed more like in proper order. You know, Nintendo has B then A. Well, these controllers are A and B. So you got to remember that they are reversed, that they are the other way because they are set up just like the Nintendo. You can go in and there is a setting now that allows you to remap out the buttons, so that's a good thing. But what I would really love to see with the 8-bit and 16-bit and even 32-bit era is I would love to see some more of the Sega games on there. You know, they don't have a whole lot. If you put in the Toppling Collection 1 and 2, you will get Twin Hawk, I believe it was. It's either Twin Hawk or Twin Cobra, whichever one it is. You will get the Genesis version of that game. It's easy enough to tell by the box art that they use that it's the Genesis one. But I'd love to see more Genesis stuff on here. We'd love to see more Master System. We'd love to see more regular Nintendo. We'd love to see more of the Game Boy. There are Game Boy games on here too, but I'd love to see more of that, more of the Game Boy Advance. See if they can bring out some of the Neo Geo stuff a bit more. I'd love to see them tap into more stuff. I'd also love to see, now that they're doing 32-bit, let's tap into the 3DO, the Atari Jaguar. I'm guessing that since I don't have them yet, that the Tomb Raiders 1, 2, and 3 are from the PlayStation. Let's tap into some more PlayStation games. Could you imagine if they got Sony and the licensing right to releasing Gran Turismo again? That would be freaking awesome. But yeah, let's see some more of these 32-bit games come on out. Let's get more great games that come through here so that we can collect games instead of having to worry about, oh, well, now we have to download from this website. I want them physically still. I like physical games, just like I think everybody else does. And if the Evercade is going to be the way to go with it, that's how I'm going to end up going more. I still buy my games digital too, so don't get me wrong there. But if I can have a physical copy of a game, that's what I want. So I am hoping to see more stuff come out. And one thing that I don't understand, if you've looked at anything that Sega does, they got the Sega Genesis collection on pretty much everything under the sun. How come the Evercade hasn't got that yet? I think Evercade is slipping there. I think we need a Sega Genesis collection on the Evercade. Alright everybody, I think this video has gone on long enough. I hope you guys got a little bit of a idea on the Evercade here. I definitely suggest you guys go and check out more on the Evercade. I think it's well worth it. Definitely look at maybe grabbing one of the cheaper handhelds like the Megatech one, just so you can get an idea of what the Evercade is like. But alright, I'm going to let you guys go from this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.